Have you ever pondered how some people maintain a clean and orderly home without devoting their entire day to housework? In this video, I'll reveal the tricks that will revolutionize the way you maintain your house. You must watch this video through to the finish if you want to learn the time-saving strategies that actually work and create a home that is always welcome. Look, I understand your feelings completely. Even after working all day and returning home exhausted, you still have to deal with the dust accumulation, clothing strewn everywhere, and the pile of dishes. Doesn't it seem to go on forever? You tidy today, and the mess returns tomorrow. It is comparable to a lost fight. However, what if I told you that there is a far more intelligent way to accomplish this? That you can spend a lot less time and effort maintaining a perfect home. That's just what you'll discover today. I'm going to show you 10 cutting-edge methods that will help you organize and clean your home more efficiently every week. What you're going to learn here has the power to permanently alter your habit. You'll have time to do the things that truly matter and no longer feel like a slave to your home. However, you will continue to spend whole weekends cleaning if you don't understand these methods. You will continue to feel exhausted and irritated. You have an option. Tell me something, please. Are you prepared to learn how the world's most orderly people maintain stress-free organization? You won't see house clean in the same way after watching this movie, I'm sure of it. The first method is the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is the first method that will completely change the way you take care of your home. This method is so easy that you'll question why you weren't using it before. This is the concept. Take immediate action if you see a task that has to be completed and can be completed in less than 2 minutes. Don't wait until later. Avoid writing it down on a list. Don't hesitate. Just do it. Allow me to illustrate with some real-world examples. Wow. The coffee cup in the wash basin is filthy after you just finished sipping it. Clean it immediately. Less than a minute passes. You notice that a garment had fallen into the bedroom. Place it where it belongs after picking it up. It's only 10 seconds. You see some crumbs on the table in the living room. Quickly wipe it. Not even 2 minutes are needed. Although it may sound absurd, this method works well because it keeps minor mistakes from growing into major issues. When you look at the house and ask yourself, wow, how did it get to this point? It's because you allowed a number of little things to add up. It resembles a snowball that continues to develop until it reaches the size of an avalanche. Applying the 2-minute rule eliminates the issue at its source. You keep little things from growing into massive chores that will exhaust you on the weekend. Additionally, you maintain the house in a presentable state so that you won't have to rush around cleaning up in a hurry or feel ashamed if unexpected guests arrive. Inconsistency is the key. Applying this guideline will need deliberate memory at first, but after a few weeks, it will become second nature. These little chores will become second nature to you, and your home will maintain its organization virtually on its own. It's amazing how something so basic can have such a profound impact on your life. The collection basket approach is the second technique. I'm going to teach you a method now that will put an end to the mad dash of pacing the house's rooms. It's the collection basket approach, and its usefulness will astound you. Before you begin organizing, the objective is to gather everything that is out of place in a basket or box. This is how it operates. You gather everything that isn't in its proper place in a basket and proceed through the house. Don't pause to store everything. Just place it in the basket and keep going. A book on the kitchen table was taken up by you. Basket dots. In the lavatory, you discovered a toy. Basket dot dot. On the couch, you noticed a misplaced pen. The second basket dot dot. Once everything has been gathered, you distribute each object to its proper location. The result is that you only pass through the house twice. One for distribution and another for collection. Compared to constantly going back and forth and losing time and energy in the process, this is far more efficient. When you don't have much time to clean the house, this method is really helpful. Assume you have 20 minutes until a guest shows up. Instead of frantically attempting to solve everything at once, you take your collector basket, and in only 5 minutes you have cleared the scene of all the mess. After that, you disperse everything in a composed, stress-free manner. This approach saves mental and physical energy in addition to time. Walking about the house a lot doesn't wear you out, and trying to recall where everything should go doesn't cause your mind to split. One task at a time is your main focus. Collect first, then distribute. It's less taxing and far more structured. An additional piece of advice is to always keep a basket for this. Place it in a prominent location within the house. By doing this, you save time while figuring out where to store things. Additionally, educate your kids how to utilize the basket if you have any at home. This approach will appeal to them since it resembles a treasure hunt game. The third method is the 15-minute timer method. Your relationship with house cleaning will be totally transformed by this third piece of advice. You'll be amazed at how much you can get done in such a short amount of time if you use the 15-minute timer technique. Instead of allowing time pressure to paralyze you, the key is to use it to your advantage. It's quite easy to use. You decide on a task that must be completed. Put a 15-minute timer on and work diligently until the allotted time has passed. It could be anything from cleaning the kitchen to organizing a wardrobe to tidying up the bedroom. The key is to focus entirely on that task for the entire 15 minutes. When you have a deadline, you'll be astonished at what you can achieve. Your brain seems to go into high productivity mode. Time is not wasted by you. Avoid becoming sidetracked by other activities. Don't waste time considering your options. You just do it quickly. What's interesting is that nobody is afraid of 15 minutes. Thinking, I need to clean the entire house, makes it seem like an insurmountable task. I'm going to dedicate 15 minutes to organize this drawer, nevertheless, appears quite easy and achievable. It has to do with psychology. Your own mental resistance is being deceived. Additionally, this method fosters a constructive sense of urgency. You automatically become more efficient and focused since you are aware of how limited your time is. You don't have time to be overly meticulous. You take the necessary action and proceed. For people who get bogged down in details and wind up spending hours on a work that might be completed in minutes, this is ideal. The fact that you can utilize this method in little doses multiple times a day is another benefit. Morning, afternoon, and evening sessions last 15 minutes each. You won't feel the strain of a lengthy and exhausting session after working on house organization for over an hour. It's similar to dividing a bitter medication into little portions. It gets a lot simpler to swallow. Remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell if you like these tips and would want to see more videos like this one. Additionally, let me know where you're watching from in the comments section. I enjoy learning about your origins and sharing our experiences with housekeeping. The daily zone system is the fourth technique. I'm going to give you a method that will put an end to the notion that you can never keep the whole house clean at once. It's the daily zone concept, and it will make your cleaning routine a lot more peaceful. The plan is to create zones in your home and assign a zone to each day of the week. Monday is the day for the living room. Tuesday is the day for the bedroom. Wednesday is the day for the kitchen, and so forth. You devote all of your cleaning efforts to that particular area each day, cleaning it more thoroughly. The frustration of cleaning the entire house in one day and finding it all cluttered again the next day is resolved by this. With the zone approach, you focus on one section of the house at a time while maintaining a basic level of cleanliness throughout the house every day. It is less taxing and far more sustainable. Let's adopt a pragmatic approach. You go beyond simple cleaning on Monday, living room day. You gently clean the furniture, arrange the ornamental items, hoover the sofa, and make sure everything is in its proper place. You only perform the bare minimum in other rooms. Take a broad glance, remove everything that is out of place, and don't take too long. The intriguing thing is that at the end of the week, your entire house has been meticulously cleaned, but you never felt the pressure to do it all at once. It's similar to breaking up a large task into smaller, more manageable components. You have a clear and defined task for every day, which removes the paralysis of not knowing where to begin. Additionally, this technique establishes a habit that is predictable and appealing to your brain. Because it has already been decided, you don't have to waste mental energy deciding what to clean every day. It operates automatically. It's living room day on Monday. It's bedroom day on Tuesday. This simplicity is appreciated by your intellect. Way. And here's a useful hint. Be adaptable when using this system. It's acceptable to skip the day zone on days when you're extremely exhausted or something unforeseen occurs. Resuming the following day is crucial. The purpose of the system is to assist you, not to cause you anxiety. Never forget that. The 1-in-1 rule is the fifth technique. Excessive object accumulation is one of the largest organization issues that can be resolved with this fifth strategy. The 1-in-1 rule will change the way you handle items that come into your home. The idea is straightforward. You have to pick a comparable item to leave each time you bring something new home. Select an old blouse to donate if you purchased a new one. Choose another book from your shelf to present to someone after receiving one. This guideline keeps everything in balance and keeps your home from turning into a storage facility. At first glance, it may sound radical, but consider this. How many items in your house haven't been utilized in months or even years? How many items of clothing are merely taking up room in the closet? How many items are gathering dust on shelves? In actuality, the majority of us possess far more than we require. Applying this guideline compels your thoughts to continuously assess what is truly important. You will already be asking yourself, what am I willing to give up to have this here? Before you purchase anything new, which makes you much more thoughtful and discriminating about what you consume. In addition to keeping your home tidy, this method has economical advantages. Because you are aware that every purchase will necessitate a disposal decision, you cease making impulsive purchases. Additionally, since you're constantly giving away objects, things you no longer need help others, everyone is in a terrific position. The guideline is particularly effective when it comes to children's toys, kitchenware, cosmetics, clothing, and literature. Without control, these categories have a tendency to grow rapidly. But exercise caution. Don't discard sentimental or significant items only to comply with the guideline. Use common sense at all times. Using this rule seasonally is an intriguing variation. Every time the seasons change, you take stock of your possessions and get rid of whatever you haven't used in the previous season. It's less strict, but just as good at keeping the number of items in the house under control. The cleaning in motion approach is the sixth technique. I'll now teach you a method that will help you make greater use of every move you make around the house. It's the cleaning in motion strategy, which turns chores you conduct on a regular basis into chances to maintain housekeeping. The concept is straightforward. Bring along anything that needs to be cleaned or put away whenever you go through the house. Will you enter the bedroom? Pick up the article of clothing off the couch. Take that glass off the table in the living room and head upstairs. Using the loo. Wipe the wash basin quickly. Because it makes use of motions you would naturally do, this technique is fantastic. You're not investing more time or effort. Simply said, you're using the motions that are already a part of your everyday routine more effectively. It's like getting two things done at once. Consider the number of times you pass through your home each day. You get up to fetch water, use the lavatory, retrieve an item from the bedroom, and make sure the door is locked. There are numerous chances to perform minor cleaning and organizing duties. Housekeeping becomes nearly invisible when you take advantage of these opportunities. Developing an eye for these chances is the key. You'll initially need to make a conscious effort to keep an eye on your surroundings and determine what can be accomplished along the road. However, this becomes instinctive after a few weeks of practice. When something is out of place, you'll discover it on your own and fix it as you go by. This method is quite effective for families with kids. Children can be trained to always have something with them when they switch rooms. They enjoy it and eventually form the habit of helping to keep the house organized. It's a tactful method of instilling responsibility without coming across as forced. A crucial piece of advice is to avoid trying to do too much at once. It's acceptable to overlook other options if you're rushing or carrying a large load. The goal is to seize chances when they present themselves rather than adding to your stress level. The seventh method is the one for preparing at night. This seventh piece of advice will transform your morning routine and ensure that your home is always prepared for the next day. It's a method for getting ready at night that involves setting aside 15 minutes before bed to get everything ready for the next day. An hour in the morning is worth these 15 minutes at night. When you wake up, your home is tidy, the kitchen is spotless, your daily clothes are separated, and the breakfast table is ready. You have a lot more energy and a better attitude when the day begins. It's similar to giving yourself a present. Let's see how much you can accomplish in these 15 minutes. Start by going for a walk around the house and gathering anything that doesn't belong. After that, clean up the kitchen. Do the dishes. Clean the stove and sink. Everything on the counter should be put away. Next, make breakfast as best you can. Assemble the table. Get the coffee maker ready. Divide the ingredients. Use the opportunity to separate your clothes for the next day if you work outside. Select anything, including accessories, shoes, and clothing. Make sure everything is ready to wear. This prevents the last-minute anxiety of not knowing what to wear and saves valuable morning time. This method is significantly more helpful for people who are parents. Keep the kids' clothes apart. Put school backpacks in order. Prepare the supplies they'll require the following day. The evening before, get everything ready. Your mornings will be considerably more orderly and tranquil. The intriguing part is that this preparation at night also enhances the quality of your sleep. Your mind unwinds when you know that everything is planned for the next day when you go to bed. Since a significant portion of the list has already been completed, you stop worrying about it. When you feel like you've completed your task, it's much easier to fall asleep. Additionally, waking up to a clean home immediately improves your mood. You awaken to order and a sense of control rather than chaos and overwhelm at the beginning of the day. The remainder of your day is affected by the shift in your mental state. Let me tell you a little story before we go any farther. I have produced a comprehensive guide that will teach you how to make handmade soaps from scratch, what materials to use, and even how to sell to prospective clients if you want to work from home and earn genuine additional money while learning something that could turn into a successful business. The first pinned comment and attention contains the link. Only channel subscribers are eligible for the exclusive offer, which is only available for a few days. The pricing then goes back to normal. Let's go on to the next video. The eighth method is the 5-minute cleaning system. The excuse that you don't have time to keep the house tidy will stop with the eighth technique. This 5-minute cleaning method will demonstrate how even seemingly insignificant everyday tasks can have a significant impact. The plan is to pick a housekeeping chore that takes roughly 5 minutes and complete it every day at the same time. Making the bed as soon as you wake up, tidying the coffee table before watching TV, or cleaning the kitchen counter after supper are all examples. Inconsistency is the key. Although 5 minutes might not seem like much, consider the cumulative effect. That's 35 minutes in a week. That's more than 2 hours in a month. Most significantly, you never let things to accumulate since you do it every day. Keeping something clean is far simpler than cleaning something that has been filthy for days. Allow me to illustrate with some real-world examples. You organize the kitchen for 5 minutes every day after supper. Check that everything is in its proper position. Clean the counter and put away the spices. You spend 5 minutes in the bedroom each day before heading off to work. Fold the clothes from the day before, arrange the drawers, and make the bed. What's interesting is how soon these 5-minute chores become automatic. You don't even need to consider after performing them for a few weeks. Brushing your teeth is similar to this. You have developed a habit of doing things without thinking about it. Additionally, it no longer feels heavy, exhausting, or like a chore once it becomes a habit. Linking these 5-minute tasks to something you currently accomplish on a regular basis is a great tactic. For instance, you spend 5 minutes tidying up the living room after viewing a television show. You set aside 5 minutes each time you get home from work to pack your bag and store the items of the day. A revolving list of 5-minute tasks is another option. You concentrate on the kitchen on Monday, the bathroom on Tuesday, the living room on Wednesday, and so forth. In this manner, every part of the house gets consistent attention. But since it only takes 5 short minutes, you never feel overburdened. The daily reset rule is the 9th technique. You will never again wake up to a disorganized home thanks to this 9th strategy. Before the day is over, all household environments must be returned to their most basic state of organization. This is known as the daily reset rule. The idea of going back to point Z and the initial state is the basis of the reset concept. Imagine putting your house back in the condition it was in when you got up each day before you went to bed. You wouldn't have any leftover mess from the previous day, so you would start over the following day. This does not imply a daily thorough cleaning. It just involves putting everything back where it belongs. The shoes go back on the rack. The basket is where dirty clothes go. The wash basin is where used dishes end up. Things go back to their homes. Despite their simplicity, these things have a huge impact. The environment determines how the reset operates. After supper, you can perform the kitchen reset. Store all ingredients. The counter should be clean. Don't change a thing from the morning. After watching television, the living room was reset. Set the pillows on the sofa. Put the remote control away. Everything that doesn't belong there should be removed. Preventing the mess's cascade effect is one of the daily reset's many benefits. The entire house appears to be in disarray at the end of the day when you leave one small item out of place, followed by another, and yet another. This process is stopped at its source by the reset. You go back to the beginning each day, keeping chaos from building up. Additionally, the daily reset produces a positive sense of accomplishment. It's similar to completing a cycle and bringing the day to a systematic close. You sleep easier at night when you know that everything is in order. Additionally, you start the day with good vibes when you wake up to a clean home. Start by selecting a single environment to perform the daily reset in order to put this strategy into practice. It can be the kitchen, which is typically where the most clutter is created. Add another setting after this one becomes second nature, and so forth. You risk giving up if you attempt to do everything at once, since it may seem like too much work. The time-based task list method is technique 10 a day. The final piece of advice we have is going to completely organize your connection with domestic chores. That feeling of having a ton of things to do and not knowing where to begin will be eliminated with the time-based task list method. The plan is to create 3 distinct job lists and arrange them according to how long each one takes to do. 5-minute tasks make up one list, 15-minute tasks make up another, and 1 hour or longer tasks make up a third. This manner, you know exactly which list to consult based on your available time. Let's observe how this functions in real life. Cleaning the bathroom sink, putting away the dishes, folding a load of clothes, and setting up the coffee table are all items on the 5-minute list. Vacuum a room, clean the entire bathroom, arrange a drawer and iron a few items on the 15-minute list. The larger jobs belong on the list that takes an hour or more. Thorough cleaning of the kitchen, organizing of the wardrobe, general room cleaning, and window washing. You will complete these duties on the weekends or whenever you have additional free time. Using small time intervals is a big advantage of this strategy. Before you leave your house, do you have 5 minutes? Look over the 5-minute list and take a short action. While dinner is baking, do you have 15 minutes to spare? Select a task from the list of 15 minutes. Never again will you be unsure of what to do with these brief moments of leisure time. Additionally, effective time management eliminates the aggravation of beginning a large activity with limited time. How many times have you started a wardrobe organization project with the intention of finishing it quickly, only to find that it takes all morning? This is no longer the case with time-organized lists. A helpful hint is to make sure these listings are always up to date and accessible. They can be stored in an agenda, on your phone, or even affixed to the refrigerator. When you need something, it's crucial to have ready access to it. Additionally, mark off tasks as you finish them. The sense of accomplishment that comes from crossing things off your list inspires you to work more. Now that this video is over, I have no doubt that these 10 methods will totally change the way you handle your housework. Every tactic you learned, from the timeless technique to the 2-minute rule, was intended to save you time and effort. Recall our opening discussion about how some people maintain a consistently organized home without becoming exhausted from constant cleaning. Their secrets are now known to you. It's not magic. It's not a stroke of luck. Anyone can use these easy-to-use, yet highly efficient approaches. Realizing that you don't have to be flawless is the most crucial aspect of all of this. It's not necessary to use every technique at once. The house doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Start with the 2 or 3 tactics that make the most sense for your situation. Add more once they become routines. Instead of tension and fatigue, your home should be a place of relaxation and joy. You won't have to give up your leisure time or efforts to maintain organization with these strategies. You'll have more time to unwind, spend time with loved ones, and engage in activities you truly enjoy. I would now like to hear which of these methods you plan to try first. For your regimen, which one made the most sense? Tell me in the comments section. I'd love to know how you use these suggestions in your everyday life. In order to avoid missing any new content, please remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications if you haven't already. Never forget that having a well-organized home is not something that just happens. You achieve it by making wise decisions each day. You now possess all the resources necessary to make these wise decisions. I hope your home remains a peaceful and harmonious environment. Till the next video.